Video, it's going to be an hour of uncut like material, me going live with Billy from Mutation Creation. I go live on Instagram like once a week. My buddy Rob from Racer Reptiles, blue_line_morphs. Billy happens to always jump in and comment and talk to us, and this time he asked to go live with us and talk to me, so of course I jumped at the opportunity. So we really just got into a bunch of like genetic questions, how he got started, a lot of like positivity and just like keep him going in the community. It's a really good conversation. A lot of people liked it. So I did a screen record to post it because I didn't know how to save it. Now I know how to save it from Instagram Live. So bear with me if the sound doesn't line up. But regardless, it's a really good conversation just about the hobby in general, money, sticking to it, the community, and how great breeding snakes really is. So I wanted to post this. It was great. It's an hour long. Enjoy it though, guys. A really good conversation. I really enjoyed it. I'm sure you guys will too. As always, guys, I appreciate it. Subscribe, like, comment, share. Be safe. Always remember, watch your sex, guys. I have no idea what I'm doing with computers.
Yeah. What's up?
What's
How
up,
you doing?
man? Nothing much, man.
I'm trying to get some good lighting, man.
Scale 1 to 10. How many drinks you got
There
in
you
right
go.
now?
Want to see something cool?
Absolutely. What is
Can't
that?
zoom in though. It's the top of a church here in Colombia. It's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
So I'm gonna try to find a good. It's so hot here, man. I'm not made for heat.
Dude, I'm with you. I can't, like, my house is like 63 degrees at all times. I don't turn my heat on. My girl comes over and she's miserable the whole time. Miserable. I was surprised you have service down there.
Oh, I get service. I don't know what it's gonna cost me, but I get service.
I'm trying to screenshot this. I'm having a fanboy moment right now. Hold on.
Oh my God! Here we go. Ready?
Yeah, no, hold on. It's too late. Do it again. Do it again.
No, you're not gonna have that to use against you.
So
how's everyone doing? Oh, it's amazing, man.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? It's so noisy here. Colombians party, man. They're always partying.
What time is it? Well, that's the same time now, isn't it? No.
Just let me go.
You're an hour behind, aren't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
So let me go to the top here. Hold on.
So a scale 1 to 10, how many drinks are you deep right now?
Oh, I don't drink, my man.
You don't drink?
I don't.
Well, I guess I'll drink for the both of us then. That's fine.
Yes.
So
no, I've never been a drinker, man.
No, you know what? I honestly, I didn't start drinking until like college. And once I started playing lacrosse in college, it just turned into a shit show, right into being a cop. And then next thing you know, it's just part of like who I am. It is what it is. This sucks, dude. Because I asked you, I don't know, like a week ago, I wanted to do like an actual interview with you, and I have zero questions. Like I have nothing to ask you right now. So it's all on you, dude. I know you wanted to talk and you wanted to cover something before.
Yeah, well, I know a lot of people. So a lot of people that get into this, you know, that they're usually stressed with a budget or they don't have any direction. So what they end up doing is they go and they buy like all these males, all these females with no plans. And then they wonder, you know, when they spend $200 on this animal and $200 on the female. So the male and female, they spend $200 each. And then they wonder why they're not making like $5,000–6,000 snakes. Well, because you can't make $5,000–6,000. You can't take two nickels together, rub them, and make $1.
No,
don't work.
Right? Yeah,
you know?
That's just
so. You really need to sort of plan, and what I do, and a long time ago, I used to look at every single breeder female that I had, and I'd want to make $1,000 clutch. So, and this is years ago. So when I wanted to make $1,000 clutch, I always say 6 eggs. So basically, it would roughly be $150 to $180 per egg in order to make $1,000 per clutch or per female. So if I had 20 females, I'd be bringing in $20,000.
So you always set up your pairings where you wanted to make $1K per clutch, no matter what.
Well, no, I like to get an average, okay. But I also breed what I like. I don't just sit there and say, oh, this will make me money, this will make me money. I obviously have stuff in my collection that I want to make, that I want to breed, and where I feel the market's going. Like even now with my freeway stuff, I still can't make enough freeway stuff and combos to satisfy the demand that at least I'm getting. Never mind what everyone else is getting and all the other sales in the world. I can't even keep up, and now I'm feeling it with the super asphalt.
So you sell out right away?
No shit. I wouldn't say right away, but I mean, I sell out. I have a waiting list. So what I do is, in order to make those animals, so years ago, when I wanted to make super asphalts, they were rare. I'm like, okay, every one I make, I'm the only one making them. There's only a few others, and everyone that's making them, they are keeping them. So how do I make some, move forward, and also keep up with the future demand? I had to save all my asphalt combos and all my freeway females.
Right.
So I didn't make much money back then with that typical project or that specific project because I needed those females for the future. Now I have a lot. Now I still make quite a bit, and I still can't keep up with the demand.
No shit.
But what I end up doing is if you have a rack of 10 females and you want to set a goal for $1,000 per female, you need to have, so say for example, your female's $200. It's a pastel, it's a bumblebee, it's a pinstripe, it's just a single gene, because that's all you have. You want to get that where you're making $1,000 clutch. So your male has to be $800, $1,000, say. You can't just breed another $100 single gene male to that female and expect to make $1,000 clutch.
Yeah, let me ask you this question. So,
yep.
like I've spoken about like the one female I dropped a lot of money on, right? So obviously I'm gonna have to get like a clown pied visual to breed back to her to make money. So in your opinion, was it worth it for me to drop $6K in that one female, or should I have gotten 3 like recessive gene females in replace of her?
That's a tough question, and it's hard for me to answer because I would have done both. Because you know what I mean. Yeah, I know. That's what's sick about this hobby is it's like, oh, and then your plans right now is like, oh, you got a clown pied female. Oh, I can't wait. I'm going to breed a visual. In 2 years when she's ready, you might not even put a clown pied visual. You might go something crazier.
Right.
You never know.
Right.
But what's good about having a double visual is if you went, say, pied het clowns or clown het pieds, you're stuck with that project. If you have a clown pied visual, you can take Xanthic and put it in. Now you're making triple hets. You couldn't really do that with a pied het clown because then you're making double het possible. So it's still okay to do.
Right.
But for myself, if you're going to sort of get out of, that clown pied, you sort of want to, that clown pied female is key. Like, that's a great buy. I mean, you'll see I have an unboxing video. I just bought a shit ton.
Right, yeah.
But I have, I guess, 11 of them coming, all different sizes.
I got one.
Yeah, I mean, it's an amazing investment. It's great. I love both. I love pieds. I love clowns. And a lot of people also got to realize, I love it. I love I'm buying them so that I can make them, but I'm making them for me. I think that I think a lot of people will jump on the bandwagon because they're amazing, and what we're seeing already with Enchi and Yellow Belly and Orange Dream and future's coming with those. I think it's a great investment. But I'm buying them because I want to have more. I want to produce more. I want to get different genes into those. So
that's interesting. See,
say for you, you know how you have the one?
Yeah.
When she's ready, it's going to be the toughest decision. Holy shit, what am I going to do? Am I going to do this? Am I going to do that? And I'm at that level right now where just like clowns and pies. I've got probably 40 visual breeder clowns, combos, as well as pies. And I still don't have enough because I want to make clowns. I want to make pies. I want to make double hets. I want to make triple hets. I want to add this gene. I want to add that gene. And I hate running in. It's going to kick yourself in the ass going, oh, my God. It's so stressful when you have one amazing animal and you don't know what direction to go in.
I'm telling you right now, you just fucked me all up. Because in my head, I'm like, listen, I'm going to find like a pastel clown pied male or like a double gene clown pied male. I'm bringing her back to it. That's what I'm producing. But you're absolutely right. Like 2 years from now, I can find another recessive and just, you just fucked me all up, man. I have like a plan.
Because right now, you got the right mindset, because I do the same thing. I mean, I think just like all you guys do. I go on Morph Market, I buy, I sell. I want to see what people are making. I get excited seeing stuff. It's just at a crazier, higher level. But I think and feel the exact same way all you do.
Yeah.
And it's just crazy. But
yeah, you know,
what you see now, in 2 years, what Ozzy's going to make, even myself, Justin Kadoka, there's so many other guys out there, even smaller breeders that are fucking making some crazy stuff.
No, I'm with you.
When you see that stuff, you're going to be sitting there going, your project's going to change 30 times between now and it's crazy.
See, this is how I justified buying her. I was down in South Carolina, and some guy was selling a killer leopard clown, just a killer leopard clown on Craigslist. It was like $1,700, $1,800 for 1,100 grams, and I was gonna buy him. And the guy he's my buddy now, but he was super like distant. He was kind of a dick, and he was being arrogant to me. And like I don't do well with arrogance, so like I just texted him like 10-4, which is the radio code for like affirmative. Like I got it out of habit. Like I'm just like a trained monkey. So I did that. And he was like, "Oh, you a cop?" I'm like, "Oh shit." So I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh, me too." And all of a sudden, he's my buddy now. Unfortunately, he decided to like keep that snake, and now he wants to breed. He's got some cool clown shit. But I love pies, and I love killer leopard clowns. So when I saw her on Morph Market, I was like, shit. It's literally like the snake I would want to make. So to me, it's like I justified the $6K to save myself 4 or 5 years to make her, and now I can start at that
100%.
point. Yeah.
Yep. And going back to that, so say for example, back in the day, all I wanted to do was make $1,000 clutches. So if my female breeders were only $100 a piece, I'd have to sit there and go, well, if I breed $100 single gene male, there's no way I'm going to make those averages to make that $1,000 clutch. So you have to spend more money and get a more powerful male. Right now, I'm at where my average is $5,000 per clutch. Okay, so I did 227 clutches. I averaged way more than 5,000 a clutch. So if you do the math, I did way more than 7 figures. Now that's production, not sales.
Right.
But the stuff that I'm holding back, it's just, it's crazy. Like so I look through my rack days, like, oh my God.
So it makes you a question.
It's sick.
You produce like this crazy snake you want. Like for me, it's the killer leopard clown pie female, right? That's what I always wanted. I love that snake. You produce your version of that snake. How hard is it for you not to sell it for a crazy profit and actually keep it back, or vice versa?
It's tough. I mean, everybody wants the gold, and everybody out there watching. If you think that because you're a little person or a little breeder, no one knows my name. I just made this awesome animal. Who's gonna buy from me? Fucking everyone. Like, don't think.
Well, I was concerned about that, right? I don't have crazy shit, but I have 4 or 5 gene combo snakes next year that are gonna be good to go. So if I produce a 3,000 or 4,000, who the fuck's gonna buy from me? You know what I mean? That's my biggest concern.
You make the right animal, and you have some sort of what do you call it? Presence on the internet. Whether it's Facebook, Instagram, you have something where someone's like, hey man, this guy's got a $5,000 snake. Because I'm up in Canada, and a lot of the guys in the US now, because we have Morph Market, someone will post something up from Canada, and they have no social media presence or hardly any, or they just signed up to Morph Market like a month earlier, and they're posting this $5,000 snake.
Yeah.
They call someone like myself. I get a lot of calls, probably other big breeders in Canada, saying, hey, Billy, man, this guy has this awesome snake. Never heard of him. I don't want to get scammed. Is this guy for real? And I'm like, yeah, he's bought from me. He's got some nice stuff. So, people will they should do their due diligence and look into it before they just send somebody randomly money.
Well,
but
yeah,
if you have the right snake,
yeah,
Victoria Serpents, tag it, okay? She made a banana clown pie, female, first clutch.
Holy shit.
Now, she's out there. She's been marketing herself. She's involved in social media. But, I mean, I'm sure I'd give her $10,000 for that snake. She won't sell it.
Yeah.
But here's a person, first clutch ever. She's made a snake that I can't even make. I'd buy it. I'm sure she's been offered more than 10.
Well,
so don't let anybody.
Well, the one thing.
As far as that.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that question you said, how hard is it?
Yeah.
I'm swimming in the pool yesterday. swimming in the rooftop pool, enjoying it. Of course, I'm miss my snakes, and I'm always on this bloody, I'm addicted to social media.
Oh, it's a drug.
I want to always know. Yeah. And I get a message. Hey, I just saw the video Austin posted of the update of the leopard monsoon female. I want to buy it. And I'm like, it's not for sale. 35,000. 35,000 US. And I said, you know what? No. I said, it's not for sale, but you know what? That is a lot of money. If you're serious, we can talk. And the only reason why I would possibly sell it at that amount is because, one, it's probably worth, in my opinion, 25, maybe 25, because it's rare and it's the size of it. But I mean, if someone wants to give me that extra money, I'm going to turn that around and invest it in something else that I don't have.
Right.
But it's not like I'm going to cash out and keep it. I mean, that's the sickness of this stuff. I don't know if it's just me or if it's all you. If I'm selling $10,000 worth of snakes, I'm spending that and buying 12.
No, yeah, I was just saying,
it's crazy.
like the NYPD's out of contract for the last 2 or 3 years. So I'm gonna get a $25,000-$30,000 check in May, and I'm so scared of what's gonna happen. I'm gonna hit 3 or 4 buttons and black out and have 3 or 4 beautiful snakes, but I'm gonna blow through 30 grand. But yeah, I mean, one thing that I backtracking to the whole who's gonna buy from me thing. I'm a pretty outgoing person. I'm a little obnoxious, and I kind of I started the whole YouTube, Instagram thing. So if I can talk to people and I can actually converse with people rather than just morph market, I think I'll be absolutely fine just trying to sell more expensive snakes, just because I can shoot the shit and talk shop with people. So I'm banking on that right now.
That's another amazing way. I mean, because here's the thing. I have so many customers that would come in and they just want to buy snakes. They've heard of me. They've seen some stuff. They want to come see the facility, or they see me on YouTube, or I was recommended. They come over. I start talking to them, and they don't even leave with the snake that they wanted because it's the wrong snake. I get them at that time where it's like, whoa, too many males, because I like to talk to people. Oh, this is a good male. What do you have? Oh, it's the third male I've got. What do you have for females? I don't have any. I'm like, okay, let me stop you right there. Let me try to educate you and how to do this right. But not everybody wants to be a breeder. Some people just want to collect. Some people want to breed. Some people want to just try it for the first time. So by speaking to people, I think that's a great point. If you speak to people and get to know them, you get to know where their mindset's at, what their goals are, and even I've turned down sales, great sales, from an animal that wasn't right for that buyer, because by talking to them, I know where they were heading, and by selling them that animal, it would have been me just taking money from them, and I wasn't doing.
But you're also a good guy, and I feel like majority of the people.
I try to be
What's that?
I said I try to be, man. I love what I do.
You're talking to me like I'm some bullshit NYPD detective on the couch with 10 snakes in the corner. You know what I'm saying? You're on your vacation. You're taking 12 minutes to talk to me. You're a good guy. That is what it is. You know what I mean? So
hey,
I feel like a lot.
Hang on 1 second.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hang on 1 second. Hi, baby. Want to leave that with me?
I'm scared of who he's talking to.
Wifey's going shopping.
Oh,
so
well, then you have to sell that. How you doing? I'm just a random guy from New York, so don't mind me.
I'll take that.
I'm going to go see if we can go to the Pink Beach tomorrow.
He's going to have to sell that leopard monsoon now.
No, and that's another thing too. What people don't understand is, I have some weeks I do sales that are just like, oh my God, like you're going to get to a point, and I've been there too, where I've had, here's a good example. To get into the Freeway project, I had to buy the original person, Todd Constable. I bought all of the stock, and I bought, his whole collection. It was a lot of money, and it's not like I have a bank account with it all sitting in there back in the day. So I had to sit there and go, okay, I need to raise a certain amount more money in order to make this deal happen, because that's where I wanted to go. So I made a few phone calls, and of course, I think it was 5 years ago, I sold my banana clown breeder male, which I think was worth like 10 grand, and 5 or 6 breeder clown females and some combo. I sold that for $20,000. But I needed that 20 grand. Did I want to sell them? Hell no. But because I sold them, I was able to put those funds into the freeway, and it's the best thing I ever did.
Gotcha.
You know, because freeway is my baby. I love it. Still doing phenomenal. I'm mind blowing of what some people are doing with it, and myself. I'm still excited about it. And the super asphalt stuff is the next sort of phase.
That makes a lot of sense. Because I feel like again, I'm head driven. Go ahead.
I had to sell stuff off.
Yeah.
That I didn't want to in order to move forward.
Your path changes. That makes a lot of sense.
Well, now I'm at the point now where I can get a phone call, and I have some sales that are $20,000-$30,000 sales. You know, so you know when someone says, "Oh my God, Billy, you just turned down $35,000 on a snake," well, I don't need to sell it because I just made $100 last month.
Right.
It's a big difference where I am now, where I was 5 years ago.
Well, let me ask you a question with that. So you're talking about selling $30,000 snakes, $5,000, $10,000 snakes, right? Now, as a breeder your size, do you have any significance or any reason for you to produce $100 to $500 snakes, the lower end snakes, or do you completely just Before you said you had to produce $1,000 per clutch, right? Do you produce or feel the need as a big breeder to produce the lower end snakes?
No, and the reason is that there's a market for it. But the thing is at my level, why am I making just pieds anymore?
Right.
Why am I making just regular clowns? I want to be making, clown pieds, triple recessives, 3-4 gene codom and dominant recessives. I don't want to be competing with people that are buying from me or they're just getting into the business now. I don't want to have to compete selling pieds when, they can produce pieds, but they can't produce super orange dream, yellow belly, Enchi pieds. I can. So why am I competing in my own market and then also with them? I like to move away from sort of the lower end stuff and just do the higher end. But at sometimes, you chase those odds and you miss. Like, oh my God. So you're stuck with that. So I do like having lower end animals so that I can do shows and meet people and talk to them and give them my guidance and then, get them to my facility. But I'm slowly moving away from that. But I don't want to compete with the newer breeders or people that are taking their love of this hobby and turning it into a business.
Yeah.
Like, hey, man, I made all these pies, but I can't sell them because Billy's selling them.
Guys like me, right? Sure.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much room, and if like these pet stores, as much as I hate the pet stores, how they sell the wrong equipment or they don't give the proper information of what this animal needs. Those people that walk in and see their first snake that get it, even though they're misinformed, those people could turn into someone like you or me in 5 years.
Right.
So we need that exposure. But I only really want to start doing higher end stuff because one thing that's the most valuable to me right now is my time. And I spend so much time with people. And it's like by doing that, I sort of slack on everything else. And I'm slacking on a lot of things. Like all you guys, like the shirts, some of your social media stuff, some of the stuff that you guys are coming out with. Fuck, man, it's awesome, man. I love seeing how this newer, era of people coming in are changing things. Like, back when I started, there was no special fancy names. Right. It was like Ralph Davis Reptile. Everything. It was just
I got 340 subscribers now, baby. I'm cranking.
Yeah, but now it's like all these cool names, and I mean that's why I didn't want to do Billy Rose or William Rose Reptiles. I wanted to change something, so I changed it. Mutation Creation. I wanted it something different.
Right.
But now it's all these amazing names and the way that they're marketing themselves. Because when I started, there was no social media. Everything I did in my photo and stuff, that was just I mean, it was almost the best thing I did. But it was before we even had social media and marketing. Like, I just wanted a cool looking logo and a cool name.
That's it. You know what's funny is the first name I came up with for this business was Baker's Balls. And I was like, I just can't market that. 'Cause I do want to be like kind of family friendly. Like you hear my mouth, but like like I want to go to these expos and have the $100 snakes up to the $5,000 snake, and Baker's Bull just wasn't cutting it. So I sat there like, all right, who am I? You know, I'm a detective. I'm a special ops detective in Brooklyn. Like, it is what it is. That's part of my soul. So Blue Line Morphs just kind of, it was a joke, and then it just turned into that, and I got this little logo now, and it just kind of took over its own little method there.
Yeah, and it does. And you know what? You might make some adaptations to it or changes, or, you know, it's something that is you. I mean,
Yeah.
it suits you perfectly. And when people are thinking of a name, you know, don't try to, you know, mimic someone else, or don't try to, you know, copy or be like, you know, anyone else. Be you. Just have your own little touch to it. And it doesn't have to be now. There's no rush. You just got to take your time and just, this thing here, I've been doing this for 17 years.
Yeah.
And it was rough at the beginning, rough. The last 5-6 years, it's just like, this is crazy. I wish I knew what I knew the last 5-6 years before I made all those mistakes. But the best thing you have is time.
Yeah.
You have an investment. That's $6,000 female, right? Say she doesn't breed the first year. She's the size she eats. She's great. You put a male in. She doesn't want to breed. That sucks.
Yeah.
It sucks. Most people just, you know, let me just throw everything away, and this sucks.
Well, I think,
this, you know, I didn't make all my money back.
right.
This is horrible. I fed it for 3 years. Wah wah wah, and they just get out.
Well,
And then
I think those people are the people that get into breeding because they just want to make the money. Like guys like you can hear it in your voice. I've been chasing reptiles since I was a kid, catching shit and putting it in boxes. I love the snakes. I love dealing with people like you or Rob or Souls Bulls. I love all these guys. Guys like that are going to be in and out of this business, I feel like, just because they're doing it to make money. And a situation like that, let's say I buy this female. Let's say she has a breed for 4 years. I'm cool with that because I think she's a really cool snake. Where other guys will get
and you get to enjoy it. You get to look at it and go, what the fuck? It's awesome.
I think it's going to be on my kitchen table.
But now here's the thing that time comes into play. So you have a $6,000 female. Beautiful animal. Not many people can say they've had it. Not many people can say they've even made it. So you're already in a position where you have an amazing animal. When she's ready, you're going to put something awesome to it. I guarantee you're going to be making a $10,000 to $20,000 clutch.
Yeah. That's how I justify it to my girlfriend.
Correct. So say you have a 6-egg clutch, and say your baby's average, say $3,000. Okay, that's $18,000.
Right.
If they only average to be 2,000, it's still 12,000.
Right.
That's first year.
Right.
You do that 5 years. Say you only make $10,000 a clutch for the first 5 years you breed her. That's $50,000 off of a $6,000 snake. Why are people complaining? Oh, because they give up after year one.
Yeah.
I spent $21,500 on a snake, and I've made $500,000 in 9 years off that one snake.
They are investments. Listen, I'm telling you right now, bro. I just got started, you know, roughly 10 months ago. I'm not going to stop. I don't care if I'm obviously I'll probably never be as big as you, but I'm not going to stop. I'm going to keep making videos. I'm going to keep
never say that though.
That's fun. Yeah.
See, that's the thing is, did you think 7, 8, 9, 10 years ago? Do you think I would fucking even know
that is
where
true.
I'm at now?
Yeah, you're right.
I just love these snakes. I mean, I was breeding normals and het pieds and het albinos because that's all I could afford, because we only had 7 different morphs when I started.
Right. What was your first snake?
So, I mean, was a normal.
A normal?
And then I ended up buying 20 snakes. Okay? 10 het pieds and 10 het albinos. All females. Okay? They cost me, the het albinos were $1,500 each US, and the het pieds were $2,500 US each. So my first 20 snakes that I bought to get into breeding was $40,000 US, and for 3 years I had to open up my tubs and just see variations of normals. None of this color, none of this now. Like, if I got into this now with the same amount of hype and the love that I had 17 years ago, I'd be I don't know, man. I'd be robbing banks to buy more snakes, man. Like, I'd be like, holy shit, like, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't have those options. You know what the option was? these animals contain the gene that can help me make albinos in the future, which were 20,000 US.
Right.
These ones here, these can make pieballs, which was $35,000. So my whole thing in this whole
Yeah.
always the dream of what I can do with the animals as long as I feed them, take care of them, enjoy them. And I enjoyed regular snakes for years, man.
Yeah.
You know, and then the pinstripe came out, 25 grand. Oh my God, the pinstripe. And then pastel and spider. It was like fucking, what the hell? This is the best thing in the world.
See, I
Now-
really envy that. Like, you got to see, like, when morphs now, like bananas, you can buy them. They were 30 grand then. Now they're $200. You got to see the lineage of like how this hobby evolved. I think I really envy that.
Oh,
You
yeah.
saw it from the beginning, when normal was ball python wasn't normal, and that's it.
Yep. And you know, people, you just gotta, you gotta love this, man. You can't be my size without loving it.
No.
And you know, people go, oh, there's so much work, and you know, I have staff and I have an amazing team. You know, guys that help pass the time, and you know, they're filling in for me now, doing an incredible job.
Yeah, the video
you know,
was great today, man.
Yeah, it was awesome, man.
Yeah.
You know, so you know, you're only as good as the people you surround yourself with.
I'm with you.
And you know, they're amazing. You know, Austin's like my little brother, you know, or son even, for Christ's sakes. You know, he's awesome. I trust him with everything. He's amazing. The guy's just got a knack for this.
Yeah.
You know, and even though that I have this staff, the I don't know what I'm trying to get to, but I still love it in every single way. If he had to move or leave, or you know, it's not like, oh, I have to find someone else. I still get my hands dirty. I still breed. I'm still constantly involved.
Right. You're still excited from your first snake up. Now you have 2,000 snakes. There's no difference in love to you.
No, man, and it's crazy because Chris Ward always says it the most from the reptile ward. We'll be going through the collection, you know, feeding or randomly, and I'll be like, oh my shit, I have this? Like, there's snakes that I find 6-7 months later that I didn't even know I had. It's crazy. And these guys go up on the weekends, and we're cleaning, we're going through tubs, and it's like, dude, how the fuck do you have this? It's like, I didn't even know. You know, and it's like,
that is a
I've been through
great
these racks
problem to
100
have.
times. Where did these come from? Like, it's crazy what you find in your collection. But I mean, I love it. You know, don't ever think that where you are now is where that's all you're going to be.
Right.
I didn't think, like, I might even have 4,000 snakes next year. I don't know. I'm riding this train.
Right.
I'm going to see where it's taking me. When I started this, I didn't think I was going to be a big breeder and compete against like Ralph Davis and you know, like even Ozzy. Ozzy was just starting out back then. Like, you know, I got my first.
Ozzy grew up in my precinct. You believe that?
Yeah, it's crazy.
I was talking to him the other day. He was like, yeah, I grew up over there. I'm like, no shit. I'm like, Ozzy's a tough dude,
I got
man.
my first snake from Ozzy in 2007. I imported my first snake from Ozzy. Yeah, so I mean, that's 12 years that I've known Ozzy, and it's just like, it seems like, it doesn't even seem that long ago.
Yeah. That's awesome.
But, yeah, I mean, I never thought that I would ever be like, wow, you know, like, I would sit there and watch Ralph Davis's YouTube videos, or him cleaning his rats, listening to heavy metal, and like, oh my God, you know, now, I mean, like, you know, never think that you can't be. I mean, I can't believe I'm where I'm at. But you know why I'm here is because I never gave up. I give a shit. I love what I do. And I keep pushing forward. And I keep reinvesting. And I keep following where this is taking me. And I don't even know if I'm going to stop, slow down, go more. I have no idea.
I'm with you.
But I love the journey, man. I love it.
Well, that's you have to enjoy the journey. Like, that's why, like, I think one of the first videos I posted on my little YouTube channel, I talk about how, like, I wanted to start where, like, this is just me in my living room, on my couch, my dog running around. I don't have any fancy equipment. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not good. Like, this is my phone and a cheap, like, tripod, you know? I got my 15 snakes in the corner, and I'm really interested to see. Like I said, I'm going to stick with it. I can't wait to see next year, the year after that, to see, like, the actual progression. And just, you know, just to stick with it and be consistent and see what I can turn this into.
Yeah. This hobby is there's no end of what we can do.
Well, it's what you
And
put
there's-
into it too, right?
Correct. I mean, like, I can't believe where I'm at now from where I was 17 years ago.
Well, I got news for you, Billy.
And-
You're big time, bro. I don't know if you.
Oh,
I
I
don't know if you
try
know
to
that.
be, man. Like, I mean, I still fuck up. I still make mistakes. I'm still learning. There's still things and that's what's great, man. I don't know everything. Most of the time I'm like, hey, Austin, give me a hand. What else is in here? Like, I mean,
Yeah.
and you need that. And that's why I think, all these lives that you guys do, and the community, helping people out so you can refer to someone for an answer that ain't gonna fucking give you the wrong one.
Right.
Because back when I started, all the advice I got was bad advice. Nobody wanted to see anybody do better because I was competition. Now we have a community. We have a different mindset.
I haven't got
It's
that
not
from
a-
anybody. I haven't got like I don't want you to do well, be it Instagram, YouTube.
Well,
or
yeah,
Snapchat.
now,
Yeah.
go back 17 years ago, bro.
Right.
Like,
It was cutthroat.
it was, it was like, wow, man. Like, so yeah, it's amazing to see how this has evolved. Not only as like sales, or it's like the community. We look out for people. Oh,
Yeah.
this guy scammed. Put up a BOI.
Yeah.
Hey, scammer alert. Man, we're looking out for each other.
I'm with you.
We're helping each other do better. And it's amazing, and I hope it never stops. And I hope it gets even stronger.
Yeah.
And I don't.
I'm really excited, man.
I am a big breeder, but I don't look at myself that I'm better than all you. I make more money. I make better snakes. Man, I'm just a guy that loves doing what I do.
You're just a snake guy.
And I was sitting, I was the same as you are now 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Just loved it. Wanted to learn more. Wanted to make more. Can't wait till they breed. Getting excited. I mean, it's amazing. Like, I'm so excited to get back just to look at my snakes, man.
Dude, there's times I'll be at the precinct for like 2 or 3 days. I'll get home. I'll just take each snake out for like 10, 15 minutes just to hang out with them. And it's like I'll catch myself like I'm such a fucking loser. But at the same time, I don't give a shit. Like, this is what I want to do,
Yeah, like, I'm on here. I'm on Facebook quite a bit. I'm in the pool. I'm relaxing. I'm getting in shit all the time. Get off your phone or on vacation.
No, listen, I appreciate it, bro. You didn't need to take time out to talk to me.
Yeah, but I mean, I do it, regardless. I mean, I go into a lot of people's lives. I like it when I can, when I have the time. But I mean, I'm getting in shit. She's off shopping in Colombia by herself.
I told you, you got to sell that leopard monsoon now, because whatever she's buying is well more.
She's awesome. She knows my love and my passion, and this is what I'm all about. I live and breathe this. So yeah, I'm all good, but it's like, this does consume you. And I say that I've had a lot of people ask me, hey man, you're always flying around, you're always at the facility, you're always on the phone. Like, you got to have a right partner, because I've seen a lot of people go separate ways because of this shit. And if someone, no one's gonna hold me back from what I want to do, and that's just me. I love what I'm doing. I love what I've done. I love where I'm going. I'm excited to see where I'm going. And if someone's going to say, hey, it's a snake to me, it's like that meme. I'm kicking you off the cliff. Like,
that's it. I'm with you. I'm with you, dude.
I mean, it might be the wrong choice, but, in my heart, this is what I love to do. It's what I feel like I'm born to do. It's what I love. It's what I think. It's what I breathe. I ain't going anywhere, man. And I love what I'm doing, and I love seeing what everybody else is doing. And don't think that, I can never be a Mutation Creation or a Justin or an Aussie. We all started in the same position you guys did, But in order to get bigger, you need to invest. You need to invest in the right stuff at the right time. I'm not going to shit you and say, just put in a lot of time and you're going to make lots of money. Not without buying the right stuff. Right. And I keep reinvesting, buying newer stuff, because I want to be there. I want to make that newer stuff. I want to be at the top. I want to create new stuff and be, sort of, a part of the elite, if that is the saying.
You are the elite, homeboy. You are the elite.
Well, I'm just a guy that loves snakes, and I'm an addict like all you.
You're a bunch of junkies.
I mean, I'm in Colombia talking about snakes, but fuck, I'm an addict, man. If this isn't, the picture of a snake addict, then I don't know what is.
No, I know. Listen, I greatly appreciate it, bro. This is blowing my mind. We got to set up a real interview, though. Like, I want to ask you, I have a lot of shit to ask you.
Yeah, and I mean, this stuff, I can't answer everything in one video, man. I mean, this takes time.
Yeah.
There's so many questions. Even going back to should I have bought 3 of the other ones instead of the one visual? It's tough, right? But that was probably, if you had to choose either or, you probably pick the best one because it doesn't leave you locked in to just breeding clown or pie.
Right.
With hets, when you buy hets, it locks you into that project. But if somebody said, hey, Billy, would you rather buy, a piebald or a 5-gene het pied female? Fucking 5-gene het pied female all day long.
Right.
Because it gives you more options down the road.
Right.
But
well, let me ask you this question. Like I said, she's a killer leopard clown pie. So because she's a super pastel, you think that hurts her value or hurts her productivity? Because no matter what, all her babies will be pastel now?
I have a few animals the same. There's so many people that are so key on, it has pastel, I don't want it. I make a lot of stuff. I made a lot of free asphalt het clown combos that had pastel in it.
Okay.
Everyone's like, hey, man, do you got any of those without pastel? Because I don't like pastel and clown. Well, is it that you don't like pastel and clown, or other bigger breeders don't like pastel and clown?
Right. I love it.
You know what I mean?
I love it.
If you see DD Pythons, DD Exotics, Seth, he just posted a pastel-enchy, yellow belly, lace clown. Holy fuck.
It's
crazy. It's crazy. Without the pastel, I don't know what it would look like, but I'm telling you, if that has pastel in it, I'm a buyer. It's nice.
Yeah.
Look at Red Stripe and Spot Nose and Mahogany years ago. It was like, but because people put the time in, and Justin is key, puts the time in, years and years of him experimenting and seeing what this gene does with other stuff. He finds that solution, and then everyone just jumps on the bandwagon, which is there's nothing wrong with that. But if he didn't put the time in,
right,
nobody would care what the thing about Red Stripe. It would still be all over Facebook or Morph Market. But because he took the time, and that's the thing, time. You know what? Don't let people tell you the project's dead. It's dead when you give up.
Right.
Okay? It's dead when, I'd rather be that type of guy to push it to every single gene and limit and spend 10 years on it and fail knowing that I did fucking everything I could to make it pop or to make it something. And when I know that I did everything and nothing came about and I failed, I feel better failing than not even trying at all.
Right. No, you're 100% right.
Even though I took 10 years. And the funny thing is with all these different genes out there isn't a gene out there that's no good. You just got to find, there's so many combos out there, you just got to put the work and time in, man. And when you find it, it's going to pay off.
100%.
Like,
100%.
Stuff's popping up right now. All these new genes are coming out because people are putting the time in. And that's a lot of things with these new genes. People ask me, you hear about this new gene? It's like, I want to see 30 different combos of it first. You know? I want to just, it's a new gene, let me buy it. Like, why waste my time? Let that person who has it or who's working with it, let them put the time in, let them experiment, let them do all the work and make it so that I want to buy it, even if it's 3 times the price or 10 times the price.
Right.
Because if it's worth it, I'll pay for it. But I don't want to just jump in and buy every single new gene that's out there. Because I'd have 3,000 snakes and 1,000 of them would be just random, hopefully, long shots that are hope to pop one day.
Well, how about the monsoon? How come you bought the monsoons then?
I didn't buy the monsoons. I had them in my collection.
Okay. So you've been raising them up?
So what happens is before I reached out to Dave, I love the Monsoon Project. So I reached out to Dave and I bought a bunch of het females and combo het females. I had an animal in my collection that I bought in 2010 that I've been breeding year after year. I just never put them together. So one of my customers came and said, Billy, man, some of your shit that comes out of your special stuff looks like Het Monsoon. It looks like, there's some sort of markers, and they sort of look like they're hets. And I'm like, that's crazy. So he came over. I did this on YouTube. I did a story on it. He came over. We went through the racks. At one time, I put sibling to sibling, or related bloodlines to related bloodlines, and I made a bunch of super special that the more genes that I had in the snake was more, the whiter it got. So thank God they were females, and I just put them in my rack, never thought to sell them, and just grew them up. So he came over, and he runs over, and he looks at this, and he goes, this was from the same pairing? I go, yep. So because it was an all-white snake, he runs across the street to Canadian Tire, which is like a store for like everything under the sun, like a Walmart, but more auto-related. He goes and gets a black light, brings it over, shines it on the white snake, and we see a fucking monsoon pattern. We're like, what the? So I was like, that is monsoon? And he goes, see, I knew you had monsoon. I'm like, how the hell? He told me the story about how Dave got it. And my male is from the same guy that he bought his two fattening animals, the male and the female, that created the first monsoon. So I have technically a lot of it in my collection. I just got to prove it out.
No shit.
So
that's awesome.
when I made those, when I actually hacked them, it proved the theory, because even though I showed a snake that was all white, people are like, dude, that could be something else. It could be pinstripe spot nose, because we're in the pairing also. So I'm like, dude, that fucking sure looks visual monsoon to me. And I had a lot of, even Austin was like, no, dude, it's just a cool looking pattern snake, and the super special is making it look that way. So he was a non-believer too. And then we cut those eggs, and I saw the monsoon. I jumped around like an idiot. Like,
that's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome.
But it's like, now I know I have it. So I actually ended up buying switching out some females for some males from Dave. So now I got some more 100% het combo monsoon males, so that now I can help prove out more of my animals.
Gotcha.
So I think I have 11 clutches this year that are possible monsoon clutches.
That's awesome. I love monsoon. I got to pay off the other girl first, but I love the way the monsoon looks. I think it's an awesome snake.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's so much to do with that, and I love all these new genes that are coming out. It's just like this lace now. This lace clown is phenomenal. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I'm excited, man.
The more we make, the more we want, the more we need.
That's what it is. It really is just an addiction. We're like a bunch of crackheads. We just can't get enough.
It is. But I know a crackhead works for the New York Police Department.
100%.
But he's a snake crackhead.
100%. I am an addict. I will admit that, 100%. But
and you know what I love about it too? You're a police officer. We have medics. We have firemen.
Yeah,
we have nurses, doctors, lawyers, accountants. We have people that work in factories, roofers. Women. The women on the scene right now, they're just coming all out in full force, man. It's awesome. It's just this whole community.
Oh yeah,
is so diverse, and it's great now because it's not it's so accepting, and so many people are willing to help, and I think that's the key to all this, man. Is being there to support and help push people forward, and not knock everyone down. And it's sickening how
100%.
people do that.
100%.
But hey,
you're absolutely right.
Those people don't last long, man. I've seen enough people come in and out, with money, without money. 17 years, I've seen a lot, and those people don't last long.
Good.
So
you don't want them in here anyway. Well, someone said it to me. They're like, are you really sure you want to have Blue Line in your name? And I said, listen, I'm probably going to lose some sort of customer, some sort of following because I'm a cop. Then realistically, I don't want those people following me anyway. I don't want to sell them snakes anyway. So I thought about that, and I was like, you know what? This community is so accepting and so cool that the one or two people I may lose from it, I don't give a shit. It's really that simple.
Yeah. I mean, I do a lot of stuff that people don't like. I mean, I'm hyper. I have ADHD. I got fucking mild Tourette's.
You've been pacing for the last hour,
I'm nowhere near perfect. What's that?
You've been pacing for the last hour.
Oh, yeah, man. See, I can't sit still, man. So, when you see me on YouTube, that's me, man. I don't change to the camera. I'm the same way. Yeah, sorry about pacing, guys.
No. It's funny. Because that is your
I'm not
energy
even reading the
channel.
comments. I bet you people are like, Billy, man, slow down. You're making me
No,
sick.
people are like, yo, he keeps walking in circles. Because every once in a while you see the stairs. The stairs will go away, the stairs are back again.
Sorry, man.
No, dude.
Yeah, I can't.
That's your
If
energy.
you think I can sit down and talk for an hour still? Fuck no. Like, I don't know how you're doing it, man.
Like, I don't sleep much, so I'm very calm.
Yeah. So, yeah, man, I'm the same way, man. People don't like that I cut eggs. Then don't fucking watch. I'm not changing who I am and what I believe in.
If the animal sticks in the egg too long, can it pass away?
I'm sorry?
If the animal doesn't pip in time, can it pass away? Aren't you risking it, not cutting them?
No, you know what? I mean, I think people will. 10 more minutes? Okay, baby.
Oh, dude, listen.
Listen,
if you go back to your vacation, bro. You're gonna get.
No, we're going for dinner soon. Late dinner.
What time is it there?
But yeah, I mean, I've cut and then I haven't cut. I think I still get the same success. I'm not going to sit there and say, oh, cutting eggs saves your snakes. I have no damn idea.
Right.
Because I've actually not cut animals or cut eggs, and they've hatched fine. But I've also saved animals because of seeing the umbilicus scrapped. But I enjoy cutting them, and I don't cut them. I'm not going to sit there and, oh, I cut them because it's safer, it's healther for the snake. No, it's because I'm fucking impatient. I want to see what's in there.
you
know what I mean?
That
There's
present,
no
baby.
other reason. I'm not the type of guy to sit there and go, hey, man, you need to cut eggs. It's the best way. I'm not promoting egg cutting. Most people don't even do it fucking right. I mean, at least in my opinion. I mean, let me word that right. At least in my opinion. Oh, you should use razor blade and push down on it.
Oh, yeah,
No.
I saw it, yeah.
I mean, I don't want to have a sharp thing pushing downwards towards where the snake is and putting pressure downwards and pulling back. If that works for you, I'm not going to tell you not to do it. Who the fuck am I? I just like doing it my way. I've cut thousands. As you see, they come out fine and healthy.
They look good to me.
Oh, if you cut your snakes early, they won't eat. That's so much bullshit. So do what works for you. There's not one way and one only way. There's multiple ways.
Yeah.
Find which way works for you and do it. And don't let anyone else tell you that you're fucking wrong. They can go fucking...
I'm with you, bro.
You know what?
Listen, dude, I can't thank you enough for the talk. I feel bad. Get back to your vacation, man. Your wife's calling you.
Yeah, no worries. I appreciate it, man. Like, it's awesome, man. I'm here watching anyways, commenting, you know.
We got to do an actual interview one day. 'Cause I have a bunch of questions I just was not prepared for this today.
Yeah, no, man, it's good, man. I appreciate you having me on, and
no, of course, bro.
Keep doing what you're doing, and everybody out there watching, just keep doing it, man. Like this, there's money in this business. There's ways to lose money. There's ways to be successful. There's ways to fucking sink yourself before you start. You got to do the right things and just get advice and educate yourself and push forward, man. Like, you're not going to have dream seasons. Right. You know, you're going to have good seasons, bad seasons. You've seen me. I have good and bad. But if you concentrate on the bad, or you like yourself, you're not positive, you know, you're going to wish negative shit towards you, man. Be positive.
That's the law of the attraction, man. Hey, Shelby, cut it out. That's the law of attraction.
That's what they say. But everyone have a great night.
You too,
and
brother.
Definitely link up, message me, and we'll figure something out. Get some questions for me that people want answered or you want answered, and I'll talk about it.
100%.
And yeah, listen, man, keep doing what you're doing, and everyone's awesome. And don't let anyone else fucking tell you that you shouldn't be doing this. You know, if you like what you're doing, then keep doing it. Who the fuck's someone else to tell you what to do?
Everyone else go fuck themselves, right?
That's it, man. That should be a new logo for you. You know,
go fuck yourself.
Yeah, blue line works on the back. Go fuck yourself. The two head, you know.
I'll rock it. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, there you go. Anyways, guys, have a good one, man.
Have a good night, Billy. Thank you so much, bro.
Peace.
Later.